Hey y'all, it's Crystal. Thanks for coming by today. Today we're just going to go over some reading plans for July. Yeah, can you believe it's already July? Like I said that every month, but yes, the year seems to be going by quite fast. So July's got a million things going on. So I'm going to just try to rapid fire some plans. I'm trying to take part in a lot of things, and I'm excited about all of it, honestly. So yes, let's jump right in. Let's do a little bit of book club stuff first. So of course, I co-host the Death by TBR book club with Kelly from Kelly Hooked on Books. Our pick, reminder for our pick for July is Cuckoo by Gretchen Felker-Martin. So our Discord is always linked below, and or Kelly's Discord, where she's got a little section for the book club there. It's always linked below. Come and join us. It's an easy breezy, chill, read when you can kind of book club. I'm really excited to get to this one. I'd also really like to get to Kelsey's book club pick for July, her Midnight Book Society, because she has picked Wormwood for that. This is by Chad Lutsky and Tim Meyer. And it feels like a coming of age sort of story, which always feels summer. I don't know why, but it just does. It has kind of a rough cover, so I'm going to cover that up. But I've got this on my shelf because I'm still also trying to do Read What You Own challenge and read these books off my shelf because I am officially overwhelmed with the chaos of my shelves. So yes, I'm going to try to get to that one as well. Other book clubs, you know, as always, I've got a couple things written down, but we'll see what I actually get to. Yes, anything coming up also that if I mention someone, I always try to link them below, or applicable channels, videos, that sort of thing. So please look down in the description for further info on some of this stuff, because there are, again, a lot of events going on, and a lot of them I'm really super excited about. First up, I do want to talk about the Pedro Pascal Your Perfect-A-Thon. That is one I am hosting along with my friends Jen from the Literary Love 123 and Kelsey at Slam and Slashers. This is just taking place that sort of last week of July, starting July 27th and ending August 2nd. Okay, we have all of our announcement videos are out and everything. I'll link that below in case you missed it. Kelsey's Discord is where we're going to be kind of hanging out and, talking about all things Pedro, self-care, fun, light, easy breezy event. Please come and join us. I think we're going to just have so much fun, and I'm really looking forward to it. We have a lot of our prompts, but there are a few that were reading prompts. So let me go over what I'm going to read for that. The first up is, let me get my piles of stuff over here. The first up was one of the prompts is to read a book that is narrated by Pedro Pascal, and there are maybe about 5 or 6 books that he has narrated. So one of which is Dear Mr. Henshaw by Beverly Cleary. This is one of my all-time favorite books, and I cannot wait to have Pedro read it to me. So I am super excited, and yeah, I love this book. I love this book, and I can't wait to read it again. I don't know how many times I read this book, but I never get tired of reading it. And I know Pedro's going to read it to me. Amazing. So I'm excited for that. Another prompt is to read like one of Pedro's favorite books, favorite authors, a book that he's kind of talked about in an interview or something like that. A book that he has talked about, and he has talked about really liking Daphne du Maurier. So I have Jamaica Inn sitting on my shelf, so I'm going to try to get to Jamaica Inn, and I'm really excited. I've been wanting to read more about I was going to call her Rebecca. Oh my god, because I read Rebecca, really loved it. I read some of her short stories, so I'd like to read another of her novels. So very excited for Jamaica Inn, and get in with Mr. Pascal. So I'm excited for that. And then another prompt is to read a Chilean author, and what I have down is Roberto Bolaño's Woes of the True Policeman. I don't remember what this was all about now. I read the press and I was about to remember. This is an author I really have been dying to read, and he's got tons of work. And so I think I'll start with this one and just see how it goes. And it sounds interesting. My library's got it on the Libby app, so I'm going to give it a go, see how it goes. So those are the things I've got planned reading for Pedro Pascal, Your Perfect-A-Thon. I hope that you'll come and join us. It's just going to be fun, and yeah, it's going to be great. So, okay, the next event that I am super, 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 super excited for, it is really one of my all-time favorite events on all of BookTube. This is round 3 of Ktropeathon. Ktropeathon is hosted by Christy Lewis Dostoevsky in Space and Tiffany over at Beautiful Minutia, and I'm so excited. It's celebrating sort of Korean culture, particularly through entertainment, like K-dramas and movies and K-pop and music and all kinds of fun stuff like that. And they have another round of fun prompts to do. Some are, watching prompts and reading prompts, and then they're sort of lifestyle prompts. One of the prompts is to create like your sort of dream itinerary for traveling to South Korea, which I actually cannot wait to do because I'm really hoping I'll get back there someday. But anyway, my books that I have chosen for Ktropeathon are, of course, crazy. I've got so many things I want to get to. I even just checked out a bunch of stuff at the library. It's crazy pants, but so here's a few things I put on my short list, my short pile, because my list is always long for Ktropeathon. But anyway, Nine Facts Gambit by Yoon-Ha Lee. The start of this science fiction series that I have been dying to read. I still haven't read. I could start it now. I could. I still haven't dug into Solo Leveling. I still only have volume 1, this beautiful manhwa, and I would love to finally again start this series as well. I still haven't read The Cabinet by Eun-Soo Kim. This seems like a sort of weird kind of magical realism, sort of fantastical type of story. That sounds interesting, and I want to read it, and I haven't yet. So it's finally the time to read Human X by Han Gang. I'm very excited to read it, and it seems a bit timely, and I'm excited to get to this. I've read several of her books, and this one is just one I hadn't got to yet, so it is overdue, really. It's overdue. And then I've got this short story collection, I'm Waiting for You and Other Stories by Kim Bo-young. Short stories. I like short stories, and so maybe I'll read a few of these a day, or one of these a day or so throughout the month. We'll see. And then like I said, I checked some things out from the library. The Hen Who Dreamed She Could Fly by Sun Mi Hwang. Short little book. It sounds kind of like a lovely little story, so I've got that. I checked this one out for one of the prompts on the bingo board is spy, is sort of the keyword, and this sounds really great. It's called Your Republic is Calling You by Young-ha Kim. It's about this North Korean spy who's been living in the South for like over 20 years, and all of a sudden he's kind of getting called. Like, I don't know if he's thinking that he's getting called back to North Korea or being called to do something after years of really not having no contact with anyone. And so it sounds kind of interesting. So I am really looking forward to that. From the library, let's see, I also picked this up. I thought it could be cool. The Birth of Korean Cool by Eun Hee-hong. Let's see the little subtitle here or whatever. How One Nation is Conquering the World Through Pop Culture. Sounds super interesting. I have My Brilliant Life by Eden Kim. Another kind of shorty. I could get through that one. I have At Dusk by Hwan Sok-young. This is the pick for, I run a little K-pop Discord where we talk a lot about K-pop, but we have a little section for like dramas we're watching, keeping up with like news, all kinds of things. And this year I made some little group reads, little buddy reads for us. We're reading Asian authors, and this is the pick for July and August, and it works out perfectly for Ktropeathon. So I'm excited to get to it, and I'm a little shorty, so I'm excited. We'll see. You're welcome to join the Discord. We talk a lot about K-pop though, so but I mean, I don't want to discourage you from joining. If you are interested in reading some Asian authors with us, you definitely can. I found this one at the library just sort of willy-nilly when I was looking for another book. It's called Eating Korea by Graham Holiday, Reports on a Culinary Renaissance. So it's just, it's a food writing, book about, I think maybe his time that he lived in Korea and things like that. So journalist, world traveler, avid eater Graham Holiday has sampled some of the most exotic and intriguing cuisines around the globe. And then so it's just his, going through South Korea and the food, which is always delicious. So yay. But this is the book I was looking for when I saw that one. It's called Korean. It's a cookbook, but it's a comic book that has recipes in it. So I thought I would give this a go. I always like to maybe try a new recipe for Ktropeathon this time. We'll see what I get into. So that's a lot. That is a lot. And I always have like more on my Libby saved. I got some stuff on my Kindle. There's always so much I want to read for Ktropeathon, but we'll just see what I get into, Okay, so next up, let's see. couple of events that are on my radar. Summer Spooks is run by Edie Lewis. I will link his channel and everything below. This is a 2-week little event running from July 20th through August 2nd, and he's just got 5 little prompts. They sound really great about reading like a haunted ghost story, things like that. But there's also to like watch a movie, like a scary movie, and do a favorite summertime activity. So stuff like that sounds really fun. So just to highlight that, it sounds like a fun event. There's also Geology July, which I'm also really excited about. Geology July is hosted by the Buckybus and Slime and Slashers, what it says right there, reading and watching Giallo type things. And I'm really excited. I do have a little pile of books that I picked. I may just get to one of these, I don't know, but these gave me Giallo, vibes, like R.L. Stein's Call Waiting, When No One Was Looking by Rosemary Wells. This has like summery vibes to it. Night of the Juggler. That one sounds, it's got a knife on the cover. Shadowmaker by Joan Larry Nixon. That could be fun. When Michael Calls by John Ferris. I keep putting that on TBRs and not reading it. And then Groomed for Murder by Vivian Rhodes. This one is kind of calling to me. It has like a little bit of sleaze to it, which it seems very Giallo to me. I may lean more into watching more Giallo movies for that, but I'm excited either way. There's July Noir. Okay, this is a part of Black-A-Ween, which is of course created by Brie Over the Lock Beautician. She brings Black-A-Ween, not just October. She's doing stuff in July now, and I think this is the second year she's done July Noir, if I'm thinking right. And I'm gonna, I'm still making my way through Tulips Parish on the map, and I got to clear off all these levels because that's my goal. But I've picked a few things. I don't even know what prompts or anything. I really need to get my life together. But here's what I've got. I got Lakewood by Megan Giddings. I've been dying to read that one. Still haven't read it yet. I still haven't read The Weight of Blood by Tiffany D. Jackson. I need to get on that. I have Riot Baby by Tochi Onyebuchi. I feel like this one, there is a prompt about like time, which I feel like maybe this one would fit. I'm hoping anyway. Let me know if you think otherwise, but has anyone read this? It feels like a mystery-ish, but I don't know if it's maybe too fantastical. I don't know, but it's also like a historical setting. I'm not real sure. I'm very intrigued by the story. Let me know if you've read it. A Master of Gin by P. Jelly Clark, by the way. And then I'm dying to read the new S.A. Cosby. Yes, S.A. Cosby, King of Ashes. I'm dying to read it. I can't wait. I'm going to probably read this in July. Yeah, I'm chomping at the bit to read it. Okay, so that's July Noir. There's also Rocket Summer. Yeah, which is created by Michael K. Vaughan. He's got a slew of lay co-hosts. Where they're focusing on reading some classic, science fiction. And so I've pulled a few books for that as well. I've got just a few books for everything, I've got this anthology, which I was reminded that I remembered I had by Book Chat with Pat, showed it on her TBR or her Rocket Summer Plans, and I was like, oh, I've got that book. I forgot I had that book. So this is a short story anthology. The time frame is from 1929 to 1964, which really is like fitting the parameters of Rocket Summer, and which is to read up like through the 1960s. So I still haven't read City by Clifford D. Simak. Maybe I could read that. All these are short. This was from, I believe, the 50s. I've got Lester Del Rey's The 11th Commandment, which is very intriguing to me, and I kind of really want to read it. I think this is my book from the 60s. Yes. And then I've got I saw other people putting this on their TBR. I was like, I got this. I've got book 1 of the Lindman series by E. Doc Smith. Triplanetary. Yeah. The famous Lindman. This, I believe, is my pick from the 40s. So I'll only go back to the 40s. In 1948. Yeah. I could do that. It's got a gnarly cover. So it looks good. So just a few things I have picked for some, classic science fiction for Rocket Summer. There's other stuff going on, I'm sure. But this is kind of what I got my major plans doing. And I'm really excited. I'm super excited for July. and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And we're kind of like getting to the thick of summer, things will get busy, and so we'll see actually what all I actually get to, but my little pile of possibilities I'm super excited for. I think that's really about it. I hope so. Let me know what you're going to get to in July. Please join us for the Pedro Pascal, your Perfect-A-Thon. It's going to be super fun and chill, and like it's just going to be lovely. So I hope you'll join us. And yeah, let me know what other events you're going to be joining in, because I don't know. I'm sure I'm missing something. Yeah, that's going to do it for me today. I hope that you're doing well and having, a good summer if you're in summertime right now, and all that good stuff. Yeah, hanging in there and doing well. I'll see you guys in the next one. Okay, bye.